Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the Unconventional Attorney. Today, I want to revisit the barbell, or talk about how to systematically build the perfect law firm. All right. Before we get to that, as always, if you are not subscribed to the world's greatest law firm owner newsletter of all time, you can get on that by going to unconventionalnewsletter.com. Really works whether you're a law firm owner or any other business owner, because we're talking about business, we're talking about life, we're talking about all the fun things. But unconventionalnewsletter.com will get you there. All right. So the barbell strategy. What the heck is the barbell strategy? And so the barbell strategy is a concept that I picked up from a buddy of mine. His name is Nick Peterson. Good dude, smart dude. And it's sort of the way that I was building my firm without really even knowing it. I talked about it probably months and months ago, but I was just having a conversation with Sanctuary member, and it sort of brought this back up, and I realized that that's really what I've been doing over and over and over again in my firm, and it's really how you build a successful business of any kind. The idea of the barbell, to sort of step all the way back, is a concept. You guys know what a barbell looks like. It's got weight on both sides, and it's got like a handle in the middle that connects the two sides. All right. The concept of the barbell when it comes to your business is that the two sides of the barbell, the two ends of the barbell, represent sort of the two different modalities that your business can be operating in. On this modality over here, we've got secure, established, right? Working consistently. Over here, we've got risky, we've got new, we've got experimental. Okay, we've also got sometimes high opportunity for reward. For me though, this just represents riskier, this represents established. And the idea behind the barbell is to consistently take the risky and move it over to the established. And that's the whole idea behind the barbell. Where we get thrown off, and the conversation that I was having with the Sanctuary member the other day was, he has something that he's beginning to really move and build over here in this established place. But instead of sort of working within that and continuing to move things over here and over here like this, he wanted to basically just shelve this thing and just start a huge new thing over here, okay? And when you think about a barbell, let's say you think about like a 30-pound barbell, right? How would you construct a 30-pound barbell if it was you? You put 15 pounds on this side and you put 15 pounds on this side. When it comes to this business barbell, you actually probably want to float it even a little bit more. You probably want to have 20 pounds over here and 10 pounds over here, something like that, right? You want this established side to remain strong and robust, and you don't want to bet so much on the risky side that if it doesn't work, everything fails. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. The way that I've built my business is to take essentially one thing at a time and start on the risky side and move it to the established side. And then take that, once the thing gets onto the established side, take a new thing and move it over. Take a new thing and move it over. Where you never want to be, really two things you want to be. You want to try to really never be in the middle, okay? So you don't want to ever have something that's just sort of like blah, right? And the other thing too is you don't want to have everything on the risky side, because that can really destroy your business. So the way that this concept works and the way that I've used it to build my firm, for example, is I started with one thing at a time. Once I moved it over, then I added something else. For example, you guys know I'm huge on content. That's how I started with my estate planning law firm, right? When I opened my firm, I had no network, I had no nothing. I had nothing. I had no contacts. I wasn't advertising. I just started creating a tremendous amount of content, okay? So when I even started though, the content was on this side, all right? Eventually though, the content started sending me consistent leads, consistent business, over and over and over and over again. I got into a rhythm of what I was doing. It became easy. The distribution became easy. I began to really not have to do a lot of work on it, right? Because once I created the distribution platform, I just plugged somebody into it and did it. So therefore, I moved that content from this part of the barbell over to this part of the barbell, okay? Once it got into that sort of foundational established side, then I thought to myself, okay, what's next? clear next thing for me was to take some of this content that I was doing and start advertising it on Facebook. So I have the content over here, and now I have the Facebook advertising over here of the content, okay? At the same time, because at that time it was just me basically working, okay? At the same time, I added a paralegal. My paralegal was still over here when she started though on this risky side because she was new. She didn't understand the processes, the procedures. She didn't understand what she was doing within the firm. So she was here. Tried to move her over as quickly as I could over to the established side. And then eventually the Facebook advertising moved over here to the other side, okay? So then what's next? Google advertising. Okay, great. So then we're gonna take that, same thing. We're gonna move it over here. Once those things got moved over, now we have an established business with a paralegal, with good content that's generating business, with Facebook ads that's generating business, with Google ads that's generating business. What's next? Okay, I wanna move myself out of this position of doing all the work. Hire an attorney. So that's where I'm at right now, right? So now we've got the attorney over here that's hired. And as she gets on, she is working her way over here to the established side. I'm hoping to have her over there very, very quickly. And once that happens, then I'll pick another thing that I'm start working on over here and move it over there. And we'll just keep doing that over and over and over again until this thing gets completely established. Now, the reason that I brought this up is because we get bored with following this concept, even though it works wonderfully and it works over and over and over again. We get tired and we get bored with the things that are over here on this good side, okay? Because even though you have things over here, you can still add to these things, okay? You can still make them better, continue to refine them as well. So you're spending some of your time over here. The person that I was talking to in the sanctuary call that I had had like say an estate planning practice here, and he wanted to add like a personal injury practice. He wanted to start over and add something new. And when I talked to him about it, the fact was he just was kind of bored. He didn't want to be doing this all the time. And he thought that that was just the next thing to do. Instead, what I suggest that he do, and what I would suggest all of you do, is try to create your one practice area at a time that becomes this established thing, that becomes a well-oiled machine, that works without you, that you don't have to be there. Once that happens, then you'll have the chance to just look around at the landscape and grasp whatever opportunity presents itself to you. And opportunities will arise. As you go through this process, you won't help but start to see other opportunities out there, whether it be adding a new practice area, expanding your practice area, doing something outside of the law, whatever it might be. As you build these things, you'll continue to see more and more opportunities out there to grow and to pursue the things that you want to do, right? Because that's the other thing too. Once you move everything over here to the established side, the world opens up for you, okay? So that's the barbell strategy. It's amazing. When you think about the things that you're doing right now, try to determine where everything falls. What's in the established side, what's in the risky or the new side, and how actively are you trying to move the risky new stuff over to the established side of the barbell. All right, that's it. That was a good one. You guys may not even realize that. This is the key to everything. This is how you systematically build a successful business, okay, period. But that's it. So as always though, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know someone that needs to hear, please share with them. If you have a question or comment, please leave it wherever you can. And if you are not subscribed to the world's greatest law firm owner newsletter of all time, if you want more of this, then go to unconventionalnewsletter.com, plug that in, check it out. It's amazing. Every Sunday I send you some goodness. All right. Norman, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate you. Norman is killing it, by the way. He's the epitome of the barbell strategy. But as always, I'm Christopher Small. I am the Unconventional Attorney. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you again soon. See ya.